Living forever sounds fun, right? I mean, watching everyone you love wither away and never aging or changing for the rest of eternity. Okay, so it may not be all fun and games, but immortal beings have definitely made their mark in folklore, legends, and of course in history. Hi, I'm V, and today I'm going to delve into the top 5 scary real immortal beings that terrified historians. Number 5, Allah. The Allah is a creature originating in Macedonia, Serbia, and Bulgaria. And Allah, plural is Holly, is a female mythological being, considered a demon of bad weather. Her purpose is to lead storms to fields, vineyards, or orchards in order to steal crops. Hali like to eat human flesh, and it is said that they have tried to eat the stars, the moon, and the sun, which causes eclipses. If they were to succeed in eating the sun, the world would come to an end, because, you know, we kind of need the sun. The Hali appearance has been vaguely described in many different ways. It may look like a black wing, a gigantic creature of distinct form, a huge-mouthed, snake-like, human-like monster, a female dragon, or even a raven. Simple. Hali can assume the form of many different animals or beings, and are capable of possessing humans. They are said to live in clouds, lakes, springs, forests, inhospitable mountains, caves, giant trees, or remote locations. So like humans, Hali enjoys spreading themselves all over the earth. Hali are hostile towards humans, but do have beings that can destroy them, and they're semi-immortal life, I guess. And Allah leads hailstorms over crops, mainly during the first half of summer when grain crops ripen. The Halis are believed to drink the crops, or seize them, transporting them to another place by putting them into their huge ears. The damage that the Hali create often leaves villages poor and hungry, but through transporting the crops, it makes other villages rich and prosperous. This part of the legend kind of reminded me of like a twisted Robin Hood. Like if Robin Hood just stole stuff from everyone and then threw it through the windows of both rich and poor people. Allah were strong, powerful beings that loved to cause extremely damaging mischief. Hali would even steal the fertility of fields so that crops would never be able to grow there again. They also drank the milk of livestock. Halis are definitely a lesser known immortal being. I mean, I'd never heard of the giant shape-shifting thief, bringer of bad weather, and taker of food until just now. Number 4, Manticores. Manticores are one of my favorite mythical creatures, mainly because of Adventure Time. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. The legend of the Manticore originated in ancient Persia, Greece, or ancient India. It is still pretty widely debated. The Manticore was introduced into Western culture during the medieval times. It had the head of a human, body of a lion, and either a scorpion tail or a tail of venomous porcupine-like spikes. Some said that the spikes could be shot like an arrow. The Manticore was displayed in art, on armor, in fabrics, tapestries, and on badges. Modern depictions of the Manticore include rows of fangs like a shark, dragon-like wings, and organic metallic tails. Manticores are social creatures and behave much like wolves and lions. They tend to be wary of strangers and hunt and live in groups. However, they are not always aggressive towards humans. Manticores have been said to accept peace offerings of gifts or food. Through consistent effort and patience, befriending a Manticore is possible. Once accepted, the friendship and loyalty will last until the end of your life, seeing as, you know, they're immortal. The abilities of Manticore vary as well. In ancient depictions, they weren't known to have many extremely surprising powerful abilities, but in modern depictions, they are said to have many incredible abilities. In both ancient and modern depictions, Manticores have enhanced speed, extreme strength, night vision, powerful bites, retractable claws, and their powered up tails. In modern depictions, the Manticore has flight, a powerful sonic-like roar, immortality, and the ability to eat anything. The Manticore has definitely turned into one of the most popular, but still less talked about creatures of the mythical genre. Thanks to all of the love and amazement surrounding them, I doubt that they'll ever be forgotten. Not that they could, you know. They're immortal. They'll always be around. I especially love the tiny Manticore from Adventure Time. I'd definitely kidnap him, which, let's be honest, he wouldn't be that upset about. Number 3, the Immortal Jellyfish. The Immortal Jellyfish is a very well-known creature. I mean, it's the only thing on this list that has been widely It's the only thing on this list that has widely approved acceptance as a real immortal being. The way its immortality works is a little bit different than what we usually think of when we hear the word immortality. The jellyfish is actually able to completely revert into a sexually immature state after it's fully grown. It's kind of like Benjamin Buttons, but over and over and over again, forever and ever. The immortal jellyfish is bell-shaped and very small, at 1 millimeter immature and only reaching a maximum diameter of 4.5 millimeters. And for those of you that don't use the metric system, that's under half an inch. The walls and skin of the jellyfish is very thin, but it thickens at the top of the bell. Their stomach is bright red and has a cross shape in the cross section. Fully grown specimens have 80 to 90 tentacles, while immature jellyfish have only 8 tentacles evenly spaced along the rim of their bell. Now, what about how it's actually possible for them to be immortal? Starting at the very beginning, the females lay eggs, which are found by males and then fertilized. The eggs turn into planula, larvae, and settle on the seafloor. Some species are actually thought to carry their eggs until this stage. The eggs then develop into polyp colonies. The eggs then hatch, releasing little 1 millimeter jellyfish into the ocean. They feast on plankton, becoming sexually mature after only a few weeks. Okay, so now that we know about the beginning, we can talk about how the mature jellyfish can return to it. In conditions of stress, starvation, damage to its bell, or sudden temperature changes, the jellyfish is likely to revert to its polyp form. First, the bell, tentacles, and mesoglia begin to deteriorate. Then, some jellyfish may transform into a cyst state, which is kind of like hibernation, where they're just dormant-ish. Then, they transform into stolons, and finally into polyps. Yes, plural. The jellyfish can asexually create clones of itself. Even without environmental changes, the jellyfish will still go through the transformation. The immortal jellyfish is thought to have originated from the Pacific Ocean, but they have migrated throughout the world's ocean, separating into distinct populations. The immortal jellyfish is absolutely one of the most amazing and bewildering animals on our planet. I mean, cloning abilities, age changing, immortality, asexual reproduction, these animals are incredible. In my next life, and I guess my final one, I'd like to come back as an immortal jellyfish. Number 2, the Lich. Again, for my fellow Adventure Time fans, we have another dark immortal being that should sound kind of familiar. That's right, the Lich. Liches are undead beings that have used the dark art of necromancy to grant them a false immortality. They do this through an ancient ritual, which rips the soul from the body and binds it to an object called phylactery. Called a phylactery. A phylactery can be any object of any size, but it is usually a prized possession of the owner. Liches are very powerful and very dangerous. Though undead, they retain all of their previous knowledge and are still capable of thought. They're sentient. A Lich is only capable of thinking thoughts that surround evil and domination. They will usually have their own personal goals, hence the reason that they became a Lich. And they will stop at nothing, providing no mercy or hesitation in order to reach them. The power they hold just increases over the years as they learn more and hone their skills to perfection. After the transformation, Liches appear as skeletons wearing tattered clothes. Lacking flesh or color, the only colored part of them is their glowing eyes. Though they're nothing but skin and bones, minus the skin, this doesn't negate the power that they hold over almost every living being. The Lich has an expansive list of enhanced powers and abilities. I'm gonna fire them off super quick. Ready? Enhanced agility, enhanced dexterity, enhanced durability, enhanced endurance, enhanced speed, contaminant immunity, disease immunity, pain suppression, thermal resistance, oxygen independence, anatomical liberation, dark arts, necromancy, semi-immortality, undead manipulation, and bone manipulation. Phew. Yeah, so don't mess around with Liches. The only hope of defeating a Lich is through finding their phylactery. Remember, the object that they jammed their soul into? The only way to defeat a Lich is by destroying their phylactery, because no soul equals no more Lich. Good luck getting to their object though. Not only could it be anything, anywhere, but it is the most important thing in the world to a Lich. They will protect it with everything they have, which, no offense, is certainly a lot more than you have. Honorable mention in this, Qin Shi Huang. Qin Shi is an amazing example of greediness leading to your own demise. Wanting to be immortal, Qin Shi searched for a method that would grant him eternal life and health. He was told to eat a substance daily to bring his wish to life. The substance? Mercury. Yes, the highly toxic, banned from everywhere, caused people to go insane mercury. Qin Shi continued to consume mercury until he went mad and he was buried in a large tomb underground along with all his servants and women who failed to give him children. Number 1, the Draugr. Are you bored of slow, mindless, unathletic zombies? Yes? Well, then for one, why? And two, have I got the immortal zombie clan for you? A vengeful Norse zombie, the Draugr are reanimated corpses of Vikings, possessing many superhuman abilities, as if Vikings weren't intimidating enough. Draugr are a necrotic black and blue color. They smell of reek and decay, spreading a foul, painful stench wherever they go. They are, quote, generally hideous to look at, end quote. Wow. That's bold. Wonder if they said that to their face. They were described as being neither death blue or corpse pale. Instead, they were black as hell and bloated to the size of a bull. OMG, actually me after eating dairy. Draugr are also known to have a plethora of magical abilities. Superhuman strength, shape-shifting. They most commonly shift into the shape of a seal. They can curse people, they can end lives with just bad luck, some are immune to weapons, and the process of ending their life is even more difficult than the process of injuring them. Oh, I also wonder if the Draugr know Freddy Krueger. Why do I ask? Because the Draugr can also enter the dreams of people. Draugr's number of unlikable personality traits actually rivals their list of unsettling superhuman skills. I mean, the only people that can become Draugrs must be greedy, nasty, or mean in their living life. So their personality after death and resurrection can't be expected to be any better. The Draugr are extremely greedy. They fight against attempting grave robbers. They are envious of the living, longing to have the feelings and the experiences they once had back. They have a huge insatiable appetite, often eating anything within their sight, flesh included. The Draugr are armed with a bloodthirst. They wander through the night attacking and mocking livestock. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this. Draugr can also drive animals mad, which usually leads to the death of the animal. Like they go insane and then they just drop. There are a lot of stories of birds flying overhead and just falling out of the sky because of Draugrs. Draugrs definitely claim the spot of my least favorite mortal being. Every piece of information I learned about these things actually shocked me. And you know, this is my job, so I'm not easily shocked. But these guys are crazy. I'm gonna steer clear of graveyards, farms, the night, dark places, mean people, the outdoors. Actually, you know, I think I'm just gonna stay in bed. I definitely do not want to run into one of these undead superhumans. Well, that brings our video to a close. Which of these scary immortal beings interested you the most? If you have any questions or suggestions, leave a comment down below or DM me on Instagram. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video, and most importantly, I hope you learned something new. I'm V, thank you for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe. See you around.